What is up, Sopranos fans? Kino here. I'm back with another Soprano log, Season 1, Episode 9, Boca. Now, things are starting to heat up for this season. There's two main beats going on in this episode. The first is with Meadows' soccer team. The team is being coached by this man, Doug Hauser. He's a really great coach. He's taking them, all the way to the championships. And the fathers could not be more happy about this. They like that their daughters are achieving something and they're being involved in sports. They're very grateful to the coach. They like him a lot. However, they learn that he is planning on leaving the school and then going to work at a university. So in mob fashion, they try intimidating him, getting him to stay. They offer him gifts. They do some things that are basically like a threat to him to not leave and to continue to coach their daughters. However, when one of the soccer players tries to commit suicide, they learn that the coach has actually been sleeping with this player. He's been molesting her. Tony decides that he is going to have him killed. Now, Arthur goes along with this. He really hates the coach after he learns about this. But after talking with Charmaine, he realizes that it would be wrong for them to kill this guy and they should leave it to the cops. He tells Tony this. Tony gets really angry. He doesn't want to hear that. He kicks Artie out of the Bing. But after thinking about it for a while and drinking, he decides to basically call the cops and let them handle it. He doesn't kill the guy. So that's the first main beat that's happening in this episode. But the more important thing for the plot is the second beat, which is, Junior and Mikey are working out of their lawyer's office. It's a place where the feds can't bug because of the legal protection. Mikey is really suspicious of Tony. He's having Tony followed. He's trying to see where he's up to because he thinks that Tony might be a rat. They keep losing Tony the trail. So they know that he's going somewhere secret. They don't know where yet. There's actually a really funny scene in the bathroom where Mikey's talking to Junior and Junior just took a piss. And then he touches Mikey on the face without washing his hands. Junior's not the most caring person in the world. But Junior decides that he has enough of these headaches. He's going to go down to Boca in Florida with his longtime girlfriend, Bobby. She works for the union for him. They steal money from the union, and they're really in love. They really like each other, these two. So they go down to Florida, and there we learn that Junior eats her out. He performs oral sex on her, which is very taboo among Italians. The reason why is they consider it like an effeminate thing, like a demeaning thing for men to go down on women. And that's something I've heard about the Romans as well, so it might go back all the way that far. But basically, it's not something he wants to get out. So he tells her, don't tell anyone this, or else I'll be really embarrassed and lose face. She kind of lets it slip to one of her friends, and then the friend ends up letting it slip all the way to Carmela. So Carmela hears about this, and then she tells Tony later on that Junior does this. At first, Tony, doesn't really care too much, but when they're playing golf, Junior insults Tony's sportsmanship ability, which we know is a thing that Tony really hates. He mentioned that in the pilot, and of course the most famous line from the series about the varsity athlete. That really gets under Tony's skin. So basically he starts hinting that Uncle June does this. He's like, are you eating sushi, Uncle June? And he's singing that song, south of the border, just letting him know that he knows that Uncle June does this. This pisses off Uncle Junior, and he hints to Tony that he knows about psychiatry. So they both know something really taboo about the other. Junior tells Mikey that Tony goes to a psychiatrist, and they debate having him killed over this. Both because he could be revealing information to the psychiatrist that could lead to arrests, but also just because Junior's really pissed at Tony for making fun of him like that. He gets really, though, angry at the girlfriend. He storms down to the union. They're supposed to have dinner, but Junior angrily is about to hit her, but decides at the very end not to hit her and instead smashes a cream pie into her face. That's actually a reference to The Public Enemy, which if you have not seen the movie, you're lucky because I already did a review on it. So check that out. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, it's a reference to the scene when Cagney shoves the grapefruit into his girlfriend's face, which is a really iconic scene. And David Chase has talked about how influential the Public Enemy was to him. There's a lot of references to it in the series. Yeah, so that's what that's referencing. Junior breaks up with her, fires her from the union. But as he's leaving, we can see that he's a little bit sad about that. He really liked this girl, but his pride, that's more important to him. His face within the mob is more important to him than this woman he loves. So he chooses to just let her go. So yeah, that is the episode Boca. The title Boca actually is a reference to not only Florida, where Junior takes her, but it's also Spanish and Italian for mouth, which of course the oral aspect is featured prominently in this episode. And yeah, the seeds of the Junior Tony fight are really starting to sprout, and we can see where this is going to lead to. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to check that out. Thanks.